Hey guys, this is Amit continuing on my Learn Linux video tutorial series. So today I'm gonna talk about a couple more basic Linux commands here. Let's begin with the pwd command. The pwd command. So the pwd command, what it does is it prints your working directory. So wherever you are, you can just type pwd. Let me just go to a different directory here, and once I type pwd, then it's it prints my current working directory. So it lets you know where you are in the system. So it started with slash and then var www.html. Okay, I don't think there are a lot of options with the pwd command. Let's do the help. Okay, man pwd, like I said, so okay, I mean, the minus capital P gives avoids all the symlinks, and there are a couple of options, but usually you don't need any options with pwd command. You just type pwd and see wherever you are. All right. The next command, you must have seen me doing cd all the time. Though, so the cd command is the change directory. So, right now I'm in the var www.html directory. And so if I press CD, just plain CD will take me to my home directory. Whatever the user I'm logged in as, it'll take me to my root directory. So right now I'm logged in as root user. So whenever I type CD and press enter, no matter where I was, it's going to take me straight to my home directory, which is the /root. Okay, so wherever you are in any directory, you just press CD and then press enter to reach your home directory. All right, so to switch to a directory, you can always do the CD and then you can give the path where you want to go. So let me start with the slash, which is the root of the system, right? We talked about this in the file system hierarchy video. So the cd slash, and then I'm going to say inside slash, take me to the var directory. Always press tab. That's the command auto completion, and so it'll make sure you're typing things correctly. Var and then dot and then HTML. So I can go to any depth by typing the full path or the absolute path, what you call is. So any path that starts with a slash at the beginning means that you are specifying an absolute path. So you have to specify the full path to the location that you want to go to. So change directory and then to var/var www.html. So now if I do the print working directory, I'm inside var www.html, right? So now the couple other things, cd and then dot will take you one step outside. So if I do this and then print working directory, it took me out of the HTML. It took me out of the HTML to the var dot, right? So dot represents the current directory. So cd dot will not do anything because I said change directory to myself. So the two dots means one folder, and the single dot means the directory itself, wherever you are right now. So I could do cd dot slash um, dot. So what this does is it is taking me one directory out, so to the var, and then because I said inside dot slash, it's going to take me back to the dot folder. So if I do this and print working directory, it's going to do the same thing, take me to wherever I was. Okay, I can also do cd dot slash dot. That's the since this path is not starting with the slash, it's a relative path, so relative to wherever you are. So now let me see, I'm in the slash directory, right? So I can do ls. So now to go to var directory, I don't need to type slash because I'm already in the slash directory, right? Or I could still type var and go to the same place. Okay, so that's the relative and the absolute path. So the relative path is the path to, a folder or a file from your current location. Um, the relative path does not begin with a slash at the front, whereas the absolute path, such as this, for example, starts with a slash. So you need to specify the full path. Okay, that's the cd command. Now let's look at the couple other commands. The clear command, I already talked about it. It just clears the screen, right? And then the df command, it gives you the the disk fixed. Df means actually fixed disk, so it gives you this status of the fixed disk. So, I have this partition here, which is a logical volume. I have this partition, uh, and it gives me the status of all the partitions. So the 6% disk uses, the 5% disk uses, so it gives you the file system, it gives the block size, the used blocks available, used in percentage, and mounted on where it is mounted. Couple other options with the df command. You can do df minus h. That's the human readable form. So here you were getting the block size. Now you're seeing the, in the human readable format. So now you see the used is 700 megs and the available is 16 gigs. So it's the human readable format. There may be a couple other options we can look with the the help command again. So here's the minus A option, minus B block size options, the human readable, like I said, capital S. So the capital H is same as small h, but it uses powers of 1000 instead of 1024, which is the actual size conversion unit. Minus I lists the inode information, and a couple other options, but I think the only option you'll mostly use is the df minus h command, df minus h. So if you do the df minus capital H, it might be a slightly bigger size because versus the 16 gig, because the it uses the powers of 1000. All right. The other command that lets you calculate the uses is the du command. So let's go here, and then if you do a du command, then it's going to list all the files and their size. Okay. So you can do du minus h to get the size in the human readable format, or you can do du minus hs. It'll summarize, whatever the. Let's go to a user. Let's var. Okay, du minus hs, and then you get the size of all the folders here, right? Okay. And then likewise, du minus minus help. You get all the uh, you know, uh, so minus A means all, and then the edge and all the options that you can see here. Okay, that's that. Next, I'm going to talk about the date, time, and the calendar in Linux systems. So the date command displays the current date and time on the system, right? And then the date hyphen set. This command lets you set the date and time. So for example, I intentionally change the date on this system. So let me check. Today is July 12th, 2015. So I'm gonna set this. So the format is YYYYMM and then DD. All right. So what we're gonna do is this is gonna be 2015, and July is 7th, and then the 12th. Right. Okay. So now if I do the date command, then it's set to July 12th, 2015. All right. So you can also set the time with the date hyphen hyphen set, and then the hour, minute, and seconds command. All right, so you want to put the hour, minute, and the second. Okay, so let me do that. So it's going to be 12, 24, and I'll just maybe 50, 14 seconds. Okay, so the hours have changed as well. All right, now the calendar command. So if you type the cal command, it's gonna display you the calendar for the current month, which is July 2015. Okay, you can also display a calendar for the year 2015. So it's gonna display the whole calendar here. All right, and then you can also do the calendar for the month of the year. Let's say, I don't know, maybe 07/2014, right? So it displayed the calendar for July 2014. So that's how you look at the calendars and setting the date and time. Also, there is a hardware clock in the system. Okay, so you can do HW clock minus R to display the hardware clock. See, we changed the time and date on the system, but the hardware clock has a different time, right? So if you wanted to synchronize the system clock to the hardware clock, then you would type the command SW clock minus sys to HC, synchronize the system clock to hardware clock. So now if we do the SW clock minus R, it's going to display the correct date and time. Okay. And the other thing is, you notice that this has a time zone of EDT, which is the Eastern Daylight Time, right? So if you wanted to change that, let's say, so the time zone comes from the uh, ls etc local time. This is a file, the time zone file. So what you can do is you can actually move the local time to etc local time.bak or oris or whatever, and then what you can do is ln minus s, meaning we are creating a symbolic link. We'll talk about that later. USR share zone info. This has all the time zone database. All right. So let's say I wanted to do the CDT. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. Okay, America, and maybe let's say Phoenix. Right. I need to create that shortcut to the etc local time. Now, if I do the date, then it has the UTC 2015 1626. Let me see. LL etc local time. Oops, looks like something did not work here. Oh, that's why. Local time. Okay, now it changed the time zone to MST, right? Now, if you wanted to synchronize this to the hardware clock, you can do sys to HC, right? Okay, so that's how you deal with the time and date on Linux computers. Okay, I think this is good for now. We'll talk about more other commands, and we'll talk about other stuffs in the next videos. All right, see you in the next video.